A killing that no one would have seen coming, where the life of a 9-year-old was unfairly taken. This is the story of Lilia Valutyte. Today's story takes us to the county of Lincolnshire in the East Midlands of England. Lincolnshire is described as a remote area, though it serves as a tourist attraction, hosting one of the most famous seaside resorts in the United Kingdom. Whilst Lincolnshire is amongst one of the safest places to live according to the crime figures, on 28th July 2022, the community would be shaken by the murder of 9-year-old Lilia Valutyte. The family of 4 lived in a town called Boston in Lincolnshire. The family consisted of mother, Lilia Valutyte, stepfather, Aurelius Savikas, Lilia's sister aged 5, and Lilia Valutyte, who was aged 9. Lilia was born at Boston Pilgrim Hospital and attended the Boston Pioneers Academy in Fidel Crescent. People who knew her described her as a lovely angel. Family members recalled Lilia as a youngster who loved to make her younger sister laugh and was sweet and amusing. Her mother, Lilia Valutyte, described her as a normal child who, one day she's happy and another she isn't. One day she wants to eat pancakes and another she doesn't. The usual things. Miss Valutyte added Lilia loved to dance, travel and try new things and annoy her sister. Mr. Savikas remembers Lilia as a cheeky girl and says she was quiet in one way and then other ways she wasn't. She always tried to make fun. Miss Valutyte owned an embroidery shop in the town centre of Boston. She would usually go into work whilst Lilia and her younger sister would play outside where Miss Valutyte would still be able to see them. July 28, 2022 would be no different. Whilst Miss Valutyte worked, Lilia and her sister played with their toys on the street outside. At 6:20 p.m, Lilia would be stabbed on Fountain Lane and left for dead. Miss Valutyte was amongst one of the first on the scene as she recalls hearing someone scream "Mum." Miss Valutyte ran outside to find the heartbreaking scene of her 9-year-old daughter bleeding from a stab wound, whilst her 5-year-old daughter stood beside her. 10 minutes after the attack, officers and paramedics were seen rush into the scene and made attempts to save Lilia. However, unfortunately, their attempts were unsuccessful and Lilia was later pronounced dead in hospital.
We can now confirm the identity of the 9-year-old girl who sadly died in Boston yesterday evening as Lilia Valutyte. She died on Fountain Lane yesterday evening as a result of what we believe to be a stab wound. Our thoughts continue to be with Lilia's family and friends, and we're doing everything that we can to support them in what is a truly devastating incident.
Police received a tip-off by a member of the public who checked their CCTV and found a man fleeing from the scene. The police released 4 images from CCTV footage of the suspect they were looking to question and urged members of the public with any information to come forward. On Monday, 1st of August, a man had been formally charged with murdering Lilia and appeared before the City Magistrates Court. He was also present at Lincoln Crown Court for a second hearing that day. That man was 22-year-old Davidus Skabas. But who is Skabas, and what was his motive for committing such a heinous crime on a child? Davidus Skabas is a Lithuanian national who originally lived in the city of Utena in East Lithuania before moving to Boston in the UK. He went back to Lithuania for some time and again returned to the UK, where he took on a job as a fruit picker. The people of Skabas's home village were shocked by the crime and claimed that he was a well-liked altar boy who would help with christenings, weddings and mass ceremonies as a teenager. An elderly friend stated, "It is unfathomable that our David could do such a thing." As the case is very recent and the investigation is ongoing, very little is known around Skabas's motive for the crime and why such a horrific attack took place on that day. The Chief Superintendent, Martin Parker, stated, "This is a terrible case that has affected many people in Boston and elsewhere. At this extremely trying moment, our thoughts remain with Lilia's family. Significant crimes have been committed in response to such a tragic tragedy. Our officers have been out in the community talking to people and hearing their worries. over the next few days, we'll continue to be really present. Finally, I'd want to express my gratitude once more to the general people and the media for their assistance in a difficult and complex matter. Our police and staff are grateful for your assistance. David Escabas has been remanded in custody and is due to appear in court for the plea hearing on September 19th, 2022. His mother has since reached out to Ms. Avike to offer her support and promises to take care of everything that she is able to. My thoughts are with Lilia's family and friends at this time, and may she rest in peace. I feel like this is one of those crimes that no one would have seen coming. This town is described as one of the safest places to live, and it's such a shame that it takes one bad person to tarnish that reputation. I'm keen to learn about updates on this case, especially Scabas's motive for killing a 9-year-old child. Please like this video and subscribe, and remember to click the bell for notifications on new videos and updates. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.